Hello, my name is Cal Crawford. I'm running for the position of councillor in the District of Mission. I've been a resident of Mission for 30 years and in real estate for approximately 27 of those years in Mission, a total of 37 years as a professional realtor. I have a high interest in the community that I live in, and I have been involved in many organizations within Mission over the 30 years that I've lived here. As an example, I've been involved with the Chamber of Commerce almost from the day I moved here and served 5 terms as the president of the Chamber. I've also been involved in many local groups like the Mission Community Services, or currently serving as chairman of the Hospice Society. I've had a lot of experience in governance and process, and learned how to run efficient meetings, which I think will be an asset when I get into the position of councillor. I've looked at the Mission situation on the municipal government, and I think there are things that I could do to bring my talents or expertise to use, and I'm really looking forward to this opportunity to do that. I believe strongly that if you have good governance in any organization and good process, then you have good administration, and you need all of that to flow. If you have the opposite, bad governance, bad process, you end up with bad administration. So I think those things are vital in any organization, and of course the District of Mission is a big corporation, and you need to look at those things very carefully. I'm also a team player, and I've had many years of experience in building teams, and I feel I can provide that leadership on a team and bring my ideals of integrity and vision to a team. And also one quality that I've had great success with is respect with dealing with people. And I think that's a very strong quality to have and to use when you're dealing in interpersonal relationships. And I've noticed as I've sat in the last 4 months in City Council, observing and listening to the process, that sometimes that respect isn't always there, and during discussions and in between citizens and sometimes a council, and I'd like to make sure that that is there so that we get better results. I'm looking forward to putting my ideas forward and hopefully get them into place of creating a vision, a long-term vision for Mission, so that we can go out and reconnect with the citizens and have a vision built that basically says, what do we want to be when we grow up? And I'd like to make it all inclusive. I'd like to see the citizens, the businesses, the organizations, and the administration at City Hall, and also the councillors, all get on the same path for the future, whether it be a 15 or 25 year or 50-year outlook. That would be at the decision of everybody involved. But I'd like to see some type of long-term vision put in place that shows where we want to go in the future and how we want to get there. And I'm a strong believer that if you don't have a good, strong vision, you can't plan. And if you are planning without a long-term community vision, then you end up with reactive type of subdivisions where you're putting something in that the neighbors don't like, or you're creating mayhem amongst the citizens. You're getting meetings where there's a lot of pent-up anger and people are concerned about what's going in the next block. And it makes things very, very difficult, and it makes the connection between the municipal government and the citizens very raw. I think that can be overcome with a long-term vision, and I think if you put that vision in place, you can then put the planning in place, and you can put milestones to it, and you can communicate on a regular basis with the community, and everybody can buy into it and get excited about it and know where they're heading eventually. That's just my thoughts on that. I know it's a big thought, and I think it's achievable. I'd really like to see that put in place so that we don't bring up ideas that we don't know where they're going or what they're connected to, so that we don't have issues like meetings that currently took place, the meeting that took place on the public hearing with the development up by the golf course, where we have so many strong feelings coming out in a public meeting. If we'd have a long-term vision in place, that subdivision might not even have been considered. It was such an abrupt change and has angered so many people. So I think that just emphasizes why we need a long-term vision so badly in the community. I'd love to see development happening in the flats in Mission that connect with the downtown to enhance the local business people's chances of surviving and thriving and growing, and also creating a community that people want to come out and visit in Mission, to make it so that they have a reason to come to Mission and see what we have. I think we're lacking in some aspects in that quality in order to help our businesses, our local businesses, survive. If we can make it a destination point here, then I think that would assist every business in every location in Mission, including the downtown area. Mission's got a downtown, and that's the heart of the community, and we don't want to lose that. There's a lot of smaller communities that have lost their downtown, and they've lost their heart. And I don't want to see that happen here. And we can change that, again, with a long-term vision put in place. There's often a discussion of the bypass, get the trucks off the main road in downtown. I've heard comments from local politicians, or some of them, that they don't think that's possible. I have a view on that. I think there's been many years where, where the local municipal government has sent mixed messages over to the provincial government, whom we need in order to make something like that happen. I think, again, a long-term vision, if that was included in it, which I'm sure it probably would be, we could present a unified front and also be realistic on what time frame we're looking at, and possibly gain some ground in that aspect of getting a bypass with the provincial government. All of those things, I think, are possible, and I don't believe should be presented to the public as a no-can-do situation. I believe anything can be done if it's presented properly and if everybody's behind it. So I'm excited about getting this opportunity and being on council and offering my thoughts and my leadership qualities, and hopefully making some of these things, or at least being able to implant some of these things into programs or into budgets so that we can start looking in that direction and eventually know that we're going to get there. I don't think that process has ever been implanted into the District of Mission long-term vision as of yet. In the 30 years I've been here, I haven't seen it, and I would like to see something like that happen. I get very excited about what can happen in our municipality. I think we can make this a vibrant community. It's got the potential to be a destination point like no other in the Fraser Valley. We have all the features of recreation, tourism, great niche businesses in the downtown core. We have the historic aspect to the community. We're right on the Fraser River. We have the fishing. We have so many things, and we have quality citizens here. We have a great way of life, and we shouldn't be afraid to share that with everybody that wants to see how we live and come out and visit us. So I'm hoping that all you folks watching this get on board and come out and support me. And let's make something good happen in Mission, something positive and something exciting. And thank you very much for your time.